Cersei Lannister, the Mad Queen whose end many fans expected to see with Dany's arrival of Westeros, is still not only alive and well, but is also still on the Iron Throne, the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. However, with the Game of Thrones coming to its end, and with all the enemies Cersei has made throughout the years still being around and waiting for the first opportunity to kill her, Cersei's reign is inevitably coming to an early end. So who will put an end to the Mad Queen? To answer that, we need to go back to the opening scene of Season 5. A cold open to premiere featured a flashback to Cersei's childhood, and it contained a prophecy of who she would marry, how many children she would have and how they would die. Maggie said, "You will never wed the prince, you will wed the king. You'll be queen for a time. Then comes another, younger, more beautiful to cast you down and take all you hold dear." Maggie also revealed to Cersei that the king will have 20 children and she will have 3. Gold will be their crowns, gold their shrouds. Almost all of the prophecy already has proven to be quite accurate. Cersei did not wed the prince, she married the king. They both had children, but not together. King Robert fathered 20 bastards and Queen Cersei had 3 with Jaime. When this aired, 2 out of 3 Cersei's children were still alive. By the end of Season 6, they all had their golden crowns and shrouds. Although everything Maggie the Frog told to Cersei on the show already came true, there's this one part of the prophecy that the show left out, but decided to eventually foreshadow in the Season 7 premiere. It's the prophecy of the Valonqar. A Song of Ice and Fire, a series of epic fantasy novels on which the Game of Thrones series is based, Maggie's prophecy, besides including everything the show featured, also includes the line, "And when your tears have drowned you, the Valonqar shall wrap his hands about your pale white throat and choke the life from you." The identity of Cersei's prophesied Valonqar has been heavily debated among the fans, and numerous suggestions have been made thus far. The word Valonqar in High Valyrian means little brother. Cersei took this to mean Tyrion, which is part of why she hates him so much. In the book, Cersei has become convinced that her youngest brother is her Valonqar. She has blamed him for the death of her mother. Maggie's prophecy, made 3 years after Tyrion's birth, has served to make Cersei despise and mistrust Tyrion even more. Tyrion being the Valonqar would be a bit too obvious. Who then? Jaime Lannister, Cersei's twin brother, is most often identified as Cersei's Valonqar by the fandom. The most popular theory is that Cersei is missing the answer right in front of her. Jaime, although Cersei's twin, is also her little brother as he was born minutes after her. Another piece of information that can be considered as supporting evidence that this theory would be that both Jaime and Cersei have often stated their beliefs that their deaths are linked. They both claim that because they came into the world together, they will leave it together as well. Examples include Jaime's statement that he cannot die while Cersei lives. "We will die together as we were born together," Jaime finished. Cersei says, "If he were dead, I would know it. We came into this world together, uncle. He would not go without me." Now watch closely at this frame from the Season 7 premiere that might have foreshadowed Jaime being the Valonqar that will put an end to Cersei. Above Cersei's head, the words "the neck." Just above Jaime, the fingers. Will Jaime wrap his fingers around Cersei's neck? You decide. If Jaime is in fact Cersei's Valonqar, this prophecy will likely come true in the final episode of Game of Thrones, as I don't see Cersei dying anytime sooner. How will it go down? It will all definitely build up to that moment. Cersei will grow more and more mad, and Jaime will seek for his final great deed for which he will be remembered for. Basically, Cersei's long-anticipated downfall and death will be caused by her becoming the Mad Queen. Winterfell will fall early on in the season, and all the living will have to retreat south. King's Landing is the largest city with its population of 1 million innocent people, and therefore they cannot allow the Night King to take it because it would mean an end for the living, meaning that the final stand against the Night King will be at King's Landing. This is not coming as a huge surprise, since not only have leaked photos confirmed a huge battle in King's Landing, but the capital has been established as the main and the most important location in Westeros. It would not make any sense to have the final battle in Riverrun or the Eyrie. It has to take place at King's Landing, and it will. So somewhere in the mid-season, Jon, Dany and the entire living side will decide to go to the capital to face the great and the final battle, help Cersei defend it since it's the largest city with its population of 1 million people. Even though Jon and the entire living side is coming to Cersei's aid, Cersei, who's at this point gone fully mad, will be preparing a trap for them. Cersei's endgame plan is to have all her enemies, both the living and the dead, fighting within the city of King's Landing, whereupon she would use wildfire and burn them all. Cersei's plan in this theory is basically to wait in the Red Keep for the army of the dead to breach the city walls and for the great battle to take place inside the capital. Cersei would then burn all her enemies, the living and the dead, using wildfire. However, Cersei will not manage to pull off this plan since the Valonqar will stop her. The Valonqar being the one who already prevented such a plan from happening during Robert's rebellion. Jaime Lannister will stop Cersei from burning down the entire capital to the ground. Jaime already did a huge sacrifice in order to save hundreds of thousands of innocent lives by killing the Mad King, and has ever since been called the Kingslayer, or should I say mocked. However, Cersei now intends to do the same. Jaime will do a noble sacrifice once again, but this time he will not trade it with his honor. This time it requires his life. Jaime will kill the ruler of the Seven Kingdoms once again, but this time people will not mock his name. This time everyone will know that Jaime Lannister is the savior of the city and the only reason they are alive. In this theory, Jaime obviously turns out to be the Valonqar and he will leave this world with her as the Mountain will likely kill Jaime. Jaime will be remembered as a hero and this great deed will fulfill his empty pages in the famous Book of Brothers. This would in my opinion be the best possible way to execute the Valonqar prophecy, but there are other popular theories as well. There's a theory suggesting that the Valonqar could be Cersei's own child, the one she's pregnant with, as it's in fact the younger sibling to Cersei's previous three. This is Cersei's fourth child with her brother Jaime. A lot of Game of Thrones fans believe that Cersei's pregnancy will lead into Cersei's death, who will die just like her mother in a childbirth. And when your tears have drowned you, the Valonqar shall wrap his hands about your pale white throat and choke the life from you, the Valonqar prophecy says. The main suspects up until now have been Cersei's two younger brothers, Tyrion and Jaime, but it seems that Cersei's unborn child may end up being the prophesied Valonqar. As I already said, Cersei's unborn son would be a little brother to Cersei's and Jaime's three dead children, fulfilling the prophecy of the Valonqar. This would certainly be a strong tie to the way Cersei's own mother died while giving birth to Tyrion. Cersei has always held Tyrion responsible for their mother's death, so if this theory would come true, besides fulfilling the prophecy of the Valonqar, it would also be some kind of justice for Tyrion. However, out of all the theories I brought you in this video, this one has the least chance of coming true. Why? Cersei's child could possibly fulfill the prophecy of the Valonqar, and her death in childbirth would certainly be poetic. But not only would it go against Maggie's prophecy, but we also know for a fact that the miscarriage was already supposed to take place in the season 7 finale, as Cersei was supposed to survive it. Here, as you can see, we have the season 7 finale leaked overview that turned out to be almost 100% accurate, and it included the Cersei miscarriage scene. It says in the middle of the night, Cersei wakes up in her bedroom. Something is wrong. She gets out of bed and grabs a lantern to find that her nightgown and bed are soaked in blood. She screams. The reason why the showrunners decided not to air this crucial scene in the season 7 finale is most likely because they decided to put it in the season 8 premiere. So Cersei's unborn child being the Valonqar most likely will not come true. There's one more popular theory and it offers the Valonqar that's not coming from House Lannister. Maggie the Frog prophesied to Cersei that the Valonqar younger sibling will kill her, but she did not say your Valonqar, your younger sibling will kill you, meaning that the Valonqar could possibly be anyone in the story who has older sibling. The Valonqar in High Valyrian means little brother, meaning that some male character will put an end to Cersei, or does it? As we learned in the season 7, the Valyrian language is not really into gender specificities. This is why the prince that was promised could be Dany. The prophecy of the prince that was promised is gender neutral, meaning that, as Miss Sandy said it, the proper translation of that prophecy would be the prince or princess that was promised will bring the dawn. Perhaps this word Valonqar could also be gender neutral. This revelation has led to theory upon theory where people say it could be anyone from Arya Stark to Dany who are also someone's little siblings. It could be Euron, it could be Sansa, it could be Dany, it could be many characters, but the one who would make the most sense outside the Lannister family would be Arya Stark. Not only Cersei on Arya's infamous list of people she's going to kill, but Arya was already on her way to King's Landing to kill her in the beginning of season 7. If not for Hot Pie who told Arya about her family being back at Winterfell and Jon Snow being the king in the north, Arya would already kill Cersei or at least attempt to, so perhaps in the final season she'll finish where she started in the previous one. Some argue that Arya will kill Jaime, take his face and this way come close to Cersei and kill her. Others argue that the Iron Bank, upon realizing that they invested in the wrong ruler, will hire the Faceless Man to put an end to Cersei's madness. Jaqen would then finally reappear at Winterfell, giving Arya this task. Although Arya did state to Jaqen that she is not no one but a Stark of Winterfell who does not plan to obey any order nor to kill anyone for the many-faced god, she probably would not refuse the task upon hearing the name of a person whose death is required: Cersei Lannister. If this theory comes true, not only would Arya remove one more name from her list, but the Clegane Bowl would also go down. A long-anticipated duel between the Mountain and the Hound, often referred to by fans as Clegane Bowl, has seemingly been set for the final season. Sandor Clegane would definitely help Arya kill Cersei, and that's the help Arya needs by all means, since with the Mountain on her way, Arya will not be able to kill Cersei, or even if she does, she would not survive much longer as the Mountain would probably kill her. But if Arya goes with Sandor Clegane, the two could sneak into the Red Keep. Arya would kill Cersei and Sandor would kill the Mountain. The Hound would fulfill his promise that he gave to his brother in the season 7 finale. It's not how it ends for you, brother. You know who's coming for you. You've always known. There you have it, guys, the most popular theories regarding who will be the one to kill the Mad Queen and bring her reign to an early end, but at the same time a long-awaited end. I'm curious who do you think is the prophesied Valonqar, so make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.